There are, as such, there are no such very strict compartments in the body, but it's an imaginary thing or statistically imagined thing that the body is having one compartment, two compartments, three compartments, and compartment-less models. So this is especially the compartment models are for the calculation of the drug distribution, excretion, and uh, metabolism properties, especially the drug whenever it's injected into the body. So there are various components. One compartment, already I have told that one compartment, two compartment, three compartments, and multiple compartments and non-compartmental model. So what is a one compartment model now? One compartment open model is the simplest model which considers the whole body as a single kinetically homogeneous unit. So one compartment means a entire body is taken as one compartment and a single compartment and a kinetically homogeneous unit. And this model, the final distribution equilibrium is between the drug plasma and other body fluid attained rapidly and maintained at all times. So in this compartment, it is assumed that the immediately after giving the injection, the drug will distribute throughout the body very fastly and maintained at all times. That's one of the important criteria here. Any change in the plasma levels of the drug reflects proportional changes in the tissue drug distribution. So, if you measure the plasma concentration as 100 milligram per kg, 100 milligram per ml of the plasma, then it is reduced to 50 or 60 or 70. Then it is assumed that the entire other part of the drug, the remaining portion of the drug, has entered the tissue. Means there is only one compartment, that is the blood and tissue. This is comprising of the both quarters, both components. So it is a single kinetically homogeneous unit. So usually this is the chart in which we can see that the absorption phase and elimination phase. Usually it always, this chart you can remember, then you can remember many of the terminologies like this is the absorption lag time. Whenever you administer the drug to an animal or a human being or a dog, then immediately it will not start absorbing because it will come in contact with food, especially the food. So unless it is administered parenterally, that is the intravenous route, there is 100% absorption, or else it is having a lag time of absorption. Then after some time, the drug get started absorption. Then it reaches the peak plasma concentration, which is also known as Cmax. Yesterday we have seen what is a Cmax. It is the highest concentration of the drug after its absorption into the body. That's Cmax. Then it is also known as the peak plasma concentration. And then the Cmax will be attained during the Tmax. So Tmax, or maximum time when the drug has attained the peak plasma concentration, it is known as Tmax. That is attained when Cmax has reached. Then 50% decrease in the concentration will be the elimination constant 50. So here this is a 50% interception. So this is the what you call as the plasma elimination half-life of the drug. So usually such graphs are mentioned as time post injection, or if the drug is taken orally. So this plasma concentration will reach its maximum at Cmax at Tmax, and elimination half-life is also one of the important criteria in which the 50% of the drug in the body is excreted. And here you can see that this is a analogical model for what you call as the compartmental models. For example, the body is considered as a big glass. Then an aspirin tablet is put inside. Then it is homogeneously distributed in the plasma and all the tissue. That is, glass is a compartment. And as the time advances, the concentration of the plasma aspirin will go on decreasing, and it is going to rapidly dissolve in the body. So this is an imaginary concept of the compartment. That's the one compartment. Then, so the volume of distribution is very high here in the one compartment model because the drug is injected in directly into the plasma, and it is assumed that all the drug is absorbed in the unit time. So one compartment model is also called as well-steered one compartment model, means it is also called as the well mixed model, means whenever the drug is there, totally it is mixed homogeneously. That is how the one compartment model is called as. Then one compartment model predicts plasma concentration as the function of the time. As the time increases, the plasma concentration of the drug go on increasing, and does not predict actual drug level in the tissue. But we cannot predict what is the actual concentration of the drug in the tissue level. And here you can see that this is a diagram by which you can easily remember that one compartment model, and before administration into the human body. So this is the before administration, no drug is present, and after the IV administration, the entire body is distributed with the drug. So that is entire body is considered as the one compartment here. So here you can see that the uniformly the drug is distributed throughout the body. So that's called as the entire body is considered as one single unit. That's all called as the one compartment model. So the one compartment open model, what is the meaning of open means? The distribution can occur anywhere. So the distribution can occur between the tissue to plasma and plasma to tissue, and that's why it's called as the open model, and which distributes the rapidly throughout the body, and the drug is distributed rapidly throughout the body. That's called as the what you call as which the faster distribution of the drug is in one compartment model. The model is generally used to describe plasma levels following the administration of a, here you have to remember, a single dose of a drug, and it can be observed following either intravenous bolus or extravascular administration of the drug. Here, whenever a drug is administered as a single dose, maybe the intravenous route, intravenous bolus means at a single shot, the injection entire amount is administered into the without any interruption. Whereas the extravascular route is consisting of the oral, subcutaneous, intramuscular, and any other route. So this route may be through any of the route, but the dose is single in one compartment open model. So this is called as the intravenous bolus administration. When drug that distributes instantaneously the body is given as the rapid IV bolus, the entire dose of the drug enters the body and is distributed immediately via circulation to all the tissue. Whenever you give the intravenous injection to the animal, then rapidly, whatever may be the what you call the chemical nature of the drug, it is rapidly going to the heart and getting pumped to the lungs and distributed throughout the body. So this is the natural process. In such situation, the drug concentration time curve will be obtained as straight line on semi-logarithmic paper showing monophasic exponential decline. Means if you administer a drug to the animal, then after there will be peak absorption or 100% absorption in the IV bolus route. Then after that thing, the after distribution of the thing, the concentration coming down, and immediately the excretion also starts, and the biotransformation also starts simultaneously. Hence, the semi-logarithmic tape, this thing will be of linear type. So in this one compartmental model, the decline in plasma drug concentration occurs only due to the elimination of drug from the body. Therefore, the phase is called as the elimination phase. Here they are not considering the biotransformation and the other phase. Only elimination phase is considered. The distribution phase is normally neglected in calculations because distribution is so rapid that it cannot be shown in the graph. So whenever you are administering the bolus dose as intravenous, so there is no chance of the for distribution. Within a fraction of the minute, it is going to be distributed throughout the body. That's why in elimination phase only is calculated in one compartment models. So here you can see the first chart is the one compartment open model. Open model means the drug can be distributed anywhere, maybe in the tissues or the anywhere. So that's one of the important thing. So here you can see that it's the concentration. Immediately it's injection here, whereas the T half is 1.25 hour. See here the dose is 20 microgram per ml, and this is the time concentration and plasma concentration. So whenever the drug is given as a bolus dose, B20 bolus dose, then highest concentration will be in the 0 time or 0 hour, and slowly the concentration of the drug in plasma is going to be reduced. That's called as the elimination phase, because only due to the elimination phase, this thing, especially the what you call as the slope of the particular curve is straight line. It's a logarithmic straight line. Then what you call as the T half is 1.25 hours. So if you consider this as the 50, then here you can 1.25 hours. So yeah.
Tissues accommodate ಆಗಿರಬಹುದಲ್ಲ ಸರ್? Elimination ಅನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕಿಂತ tissues accommodate ಆಗಿರಬಹುದಲ್ಲ ಸರ್? ಅದು ಲೆಕ್ಕಕ್ಕಿಲ್ವಾ ಸರ್?
The thing is, in case of the bolus dose, immediately it is going to the biotransformation organ, the kidney, and to the excretion organ. So the elimination only starts because the tissue distribution is so fast already. Immediately after IV administration, it goes to the tissue. There is no call as the distribution phase. Whereas in case of two compartment model, there is a distribution phase, because here you are giving the maybe injection or intramuscular, subcutaneous or oral route. Especially typically two compartment models are for the oral route. So here distribution phase is also there and absorption phase is also there. Whereas the distribution phase already it is called as the alpha, whereas the elimination phase is called as the beta. Anyway, the two compartment open model we are going to learn. Here also the dose, everything is same, whereas the half-life is more because the elimination is also slow, because the absorption is slow, the distribution is also slow. That's how the tissue concentration is. So in case of the one compartment open model, please remember that this is a statistical model, not happening actually, but whenever you are administering the dose, to have certain formulas to calculate the half-life, then the dose and elimination, etc. This type of the curves are elicited. The extrapolated zero time intercept of the linear elimination phase gives the coefficient B, and this is coefficient B, and the elimination rate constant is given by the beta here. This is the elimination rate constant. Of course, there are so many formulas are there. It's very difficult to remember such formula, but you should understand that you can calculate the elimination rate constant. Means in a given time, suppose 3 hours, 2 hours, how much quantity of the drug is excreted out of the body. So that's how we are going to calculate. Here there is a what you call as the B coefficient B, or it's also known as the B, and the elimination constant is given by